everybody. Welcome to I almost called it Curse of Strahd. Welcome to Doom Forgotten Realms, our new Saturday game. Um, it has been a while since we've streamed a month. So I'm Charlie, I'm the DM. We are starting with our first session tonight, and we'll go ahead and we will do player introductions. You all don't need to introduce your characters quite yet. So we will start with Pedro.
Hi, my name is Pedro. I do things and stuff. I'm from the swamp known as Florida. Don't make me mad or I'll throw a gator at you.
You were playing Elizabeth.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that too. I play a lizard on the side.
All right, Heather.
Hi, I am Heather. I am playing a humanoid who does things.
Jesus. So brave.
You guys are assholes. Cody.
I'm Cody. I'm playing Valentine, a half drow, but I also do things. I'm in some of Charlie's other games, so yeah. Pretty nice to be here.
All right, and Ricky.
I'm Ricky. I have the longest tenured asshole. I'm looking forward to playing this actually.
Does that mean you haven't been looking forward to playing in my other games? That's a little cold.
Yeah, it comes and goes.
Fucking hates him.
I mean, if you can tell me what the class of the character I play on Sundays is, we'll see what happens.
Ranger.
Oh, look at that.
I will never forget. You're a fighter in this. Okay, well, I guess I have to actually start us off because there's no recap. How fun for. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. If you are tuning in, and well, for all of you, this campaign is set on the Sword Coast, but it imagines what would have happened if people didn't beat the big bad in various adventures. So far, right now it's set in 1489. And Cody, you said your race is half drow, is that right? Or
Yeah. Tell
Heather, are
long,
you
luscious
also
white
half
hair.
drow or no? I was trying to remember if Nil was, and I got confused.
Yeah, Nil was half drow, Syl is not.
Okay.
I didn't know you were gonna let us use like the half races, or I would have made her half high elf, but it's whatever.
I mean, you can change her after the session. I won't be upset.
No, because
Okay.
that requires work.
Yeah, players just have so much work to do when it comes to D&D.
So many ATC videos I can catch up on.
Wait, are you playing like two characters or something? Like two half elves in a trench coat? Or like...
No, I've played another half elf before. Charlie's getting it confused with my other half elf.
Okay.
No.
You played a
I don't
similar
think I'm
character
getting.
before?
Oh,
Aren't
it's
they
because
related?
Nil is still. Yes, that is the oldest brother. Yes.
Okay, so I know your character better than you know your character. Got it.
Well, I didn't realize what you were asking. No, they're all different half elves because his mom gets around.
Ew.
Fantastic.
Okay, so Cody, your character may or may not be here with this, but so far this is what has happened in the realms. There have been in the Underdark. There have been a lot of demon lords and demonic hordes that have kind of taken over. They did not get to the surface because there was a lot of useless fighting that kept happening. the other thing that you could potentially know if you have any connection still to the Underdark is that there's only one surviving humanoid civilization. That's the city of Arendal. Copy and paste that because my pronunciation are like not right there. But that is a city that has nothing else has happened on the surface level yet. When we were starting this and I sent the primer, I hadn't read. Don't worry, I still haven't read much, but I'm a little less All right. So as far the way this is gonna work, it is gonna be a little bit of just kind of getting you all to the academy. I don't plan on keeping you all at level 1 forever, but it might take a session more than a session before you hit level 2 just because of background stuff. And so each of you have various ways that you received your acceptance. And so we'll just kind of go through that. So first up, you're gonna go. Is it Rab, Ricky?
It is.
Look at me go. I got it right. So Rab, you are currently seated with somebody from the tribe that's like more in a official capacity. I don't know a lot about orcs, but there was a lawyer would be kind of that capacity, and he is currently going over your inheritance. He slides a letter across the table.
Yeah, Rab.
And I'm gonna read the letter to all of you all at once. And I kind of give you where you're at, and then we'll go through. And then the Sistine or Sill, it's Sill, right?
Sill, yeah, you can
Yeah.
shorten it to Sill.
Oh yeah, I like short, simple things. Your sibling is a Zelimir.
Yes, you can just call him Zell.
Zell. Damn. Zell comes carrying an envelope. You and would Zell be the type to kind of like just give it to you directly, or maybe do it like that, like the game of kind of keep away, teasing you a bit?
Oh no, he'd definitely play keep away.
Yeah. He is got this letter, and it looks like a pretty nice, like thick envelope. He's kind of like waving it around and asking you like what you think it might be.
Come on, I'm too short for this.
Just jump a little bit.
I mean, I could try, but you won't like it. I will just fucking tackle his ass.
You tackle, you grab onto the package, you go to tear into it, and then we see Scrap. Scrap, you're actually pretty busy, like being in the Engineers League. You're working on inventing something new. What do you think Scrap would be working on?
Be working on a crossbow of some kind.
Yeah, you're working on that. As you knock over this large stack. Like, I imagine all of you in this engineer league, like, you just kind of get really engrossed in what you're working on, and you kind of forget the basics, like, opening the mail. But there is this like towering pile of mail. You knock it over, you get a thick envelope, and you see your name on it.
Scrap would then just kind of set everything aside and hyper focus on the envelope for a second. He doesn't quite recognize it, so after a moment of just kind of checking on the outside of it, he'll go ahead and tear it open, read it out to himself.
And Valentine. Look
Mhm.
nice, simple name. Didn't have to think about it. I mean, it's not short, I guess, but easy. It's easy name. Um, the only one of you fools with a butler. Um, so Valentine, Alfred,
Mhm.
Copperworth. You hear him at the door, and you notice this like ragtag group that claim to be the Luskin Deliverers. In fact, one of them is actually Nil,
Oh
and
boy.
yeah, they present Alfred with a thick envelope addressed to you.
Just slide it into the door. I'll read it later.
Right. I'll tear in your envelope, and it's addressed to each of you. And so it says, I am pleased to inform you that you have been accepted into the Academy of Adventure, a school for adventurers by adventurers. We have received your application and are inspired by your passion, determination, accomplishments, and heart. You're quite simply a fantastic match for the Academy. We'll bring something original and extraordinary to our campus, a place where you can learn, grow, and thrive. You're excited to share more about the Academy of Adventure with you, and we invite you and your family, if you shall like them, to attend the upcoming events. On your first arrival, you will report to the front gate for check-in, followed by student orientation. Be sure to share this wonderful news with everyone whose love and support helped you reach this moment. We're thrilled to offer you your admission. Welcome to the adventure. With my congratulations and best, Headmaster Vance. Okay, as your character reads the letter, what is going through their mind? So we'll go with Ricky first. What Brad thinking?
Rab stares at it. Looks up at the lawyer. Looks back down and goes, "Why do they want my family to come? Why would we invite all of them?"
Do you mind if I take a look at what it says?
He
Just for the letter.
push it across.
You see him scanning it. No. You can have your family come, but it's not required. Only you have to attend.
Oh, good. And he pulls it back and he just stare at it.
The other thing that each of you would notice is, true to form, like any good old school, it also has the like cost breakdown, and it is a pretty pricey spend. Please do not ask me how much. It says it's really
Well, some of us have butlers, so it may not be as expensive.
probably has a chauffeur too.
Oh,
Could
Got, like,
you
20
cast Misty
horsepower.
Step for me?
laughing's hurting. Oh shit.
Just Misty Step over and over again until you get there. As Rab takes back the letter, and the tribal lawyer, he looks and he says, well, here is also this, and it's a letter from your father. And in that, it explains to you that he applied for you to go to the school, and as he would like to have paid for you to go along with applying, so you don't need to worry. And it's like one of those letters where it's, if you're reading this, I'm obviously dead type of letter. But he assures you that if you have not been accepted into the academy yet, or if you weren't aware, like he has taken care of that bill to get in. And the lawyer, of course, is aware of this, and he says your father has he handled everything for tragedy happened. I think he would be honored to know accepted.
That is good because it such an expensive amount. I do not know if mother would be able to cover that. Is there anything else?
Well, we just need to determine how you would like to go about getting there for your orientation, and if there is anyone from the family you'd like to.
Why wouldn't I walk?
Yes, you certainly can walk. I think it'll be a little while, but you're welcome to walk.
I'm strong. I have no need of any assistance. I can get there.
He kind of sizes you up and down, and he gives a nod. I do believe that you can, yes. Well, it says that you need to arrive in 4 weeks from today. I suppose we should map out and see how long it will take. I don't have a map with me. I happen to have a map of the area. Maybe in your father's office.
Yes. I think he had a map. I was thinking, never met his dad, but sure, I'm sure there's a map in there.
I just thought he was dead. I didn't know he didn't meet him.
Yeah.
Was that a detail I him through enough?
Uh-huh.
Hey, I did my best. I prepped everything this morning, motherfuckers. While sitting at the car dealership. Did great.
Yeah, my dad
Okay,
has
maybe
a
your
map,
mother's
sure.
office. I guess somebody probably had a map. I mean, probably be there before.
Yeah, yes, hold on. If he pulls out the map of Northern Faerun.
Okay, Ricky, I need you to. It says father, however you say his name, deceased that your mom met on one of her scouting missions. Letter with an invite and tuition to the academy. And with the notice. I guess I can see where. So one night stand, man. You guys all have a lot going on with your family dynamics. I also don't think Pedro knows his family. Okay.
Lizards are hatched.
I know.
Never mind. I'm gonna keep that thought to myself.
Good job. Not letting some thoughts win. Okay. Well, ignore that I said your father's office. But to be clear on the DM side, it was a little ambiguous. But he was dead. Okay. Well, that's cool. So you get out a map, and you both take a look at where it is, because of course it does have the coordinates on it and everything. And you figure it will probably take you about or so, maybe a little bit longer, because there's some mountains. Roughly 20 days for you there.
I shall make all haste. I could get there in 10.
I would recommend giving yourself some time, just that way you're able to maybe relax a bit. You're not late. You don't know how they might take if you were.
I will be there. I'm as good as any of the other orcs.
Understood. All right. Phil, you have open read or what?
Assuming me and Zell have stood up and we're not reading, I'm not reading this like on the ground after I tackled him.
I mean, you tell
I
me.
am. No, it'd be funnier if I'm just like I tackled him and I'm just like reading it. I'm gonna like punch him and be like
underneath you and you're reading it.
Yeah. I'd be like, I'm gonna start hitting him and be like, read it.
Yeah.
Though there is gonna.
Still takes the letter and reads it aloud to you. Find out you've been accepted. How did Zill react to you finding out?
Probably not surprised, because there is some suspicion, considering who brought it to me. It might not be real, just because his other line of work. But no, he wouldn't be surprised, but he'd at least be happy for me.
Yeah. As you're at the incredibly high tuition rate, for the next years, is your you don't have a boat.
No, I don't. I do not.
Sucks to suck, I guess.
Yeah. I'm gonna start thinking about how much money I've got saved up in the little chests I keep under my bed from like, busking on the streets and stuff. And then I'm gonna like give puppy dog eyes to Zell and be like pointing at that portion of the letter.
Yikes! That's a lot.
Come
you
on,
really want to go?
Yes.
Sure?
Yes. Please. It'll be a great investment. Maybe.
Why do you even want to go to this place? I can teach you all that you know.
Sometimes in life, you need a piece of paper that tells you you've done good, whether or not you can already do those things, you know?
College degrees?
Yep.
Great.
Just gonna give more puppy dog eyes.
He's one that can't say no to you, right?
Pretty much. Yeah, they're like,
oh. So Heather, I'm gonna pick on you a little bit. You all think
I've got
what you wrote and multiply it by like between 3 to 5. That's what Heather wrote for her character. Which is fine. It gave me a lot of information.
Yeah.
I guess I can help, but you're gonna have to work when you're on breaks. I can't do all of it. I know you have money hidden, so you're gonna have to contribute.
No, I'll definitely work for it. Don't worry.
No. I don't mean that you will.
I'm not gonna go stand on corners, Ricky. Don't give me that look.
You're like the worst.
I didn't say anything.
I saw that look though.
No. I don't mean that. When I say that you need to work, I don't mean that you come and you ask me and you consider that work. And before you have to figure this out.
I'll figure it out. Don't worry. I'm good at figuring things out.
You could always ask Nil. hear that the Luskin delivery life has been paying off.
I was gonna say the brother I've never met.
Ever. Why do you guys have to have so much information about these? Does it say that? Oh yeah.
Yes,
says
it does.
Never met.
I've heard
But
about
you've
him,
heard-
but I've yeah.
Wow, because you guys all have, you know,
We did this a month and a half ago.
Yeah, we did this a month and a half ago.
well, and you all also decided that you all have lots of siblings, and parents you, or a butler.
That's a background trait.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. As Scrap is going through, you've opened up the envelope, you've read the letter, you also see the large sum that is called to pay for 3 years. What are you thinking?
Well, he starts off from the top. He starts off excited that he's been accepted, and then that excitement just dies off completely as soon as he sees the price tag at the bottom. So he immediately rolls it up and then starts sprinting through the foundry, looking for his adoptive parents, and then immediately tells them the good news and then the bad news being the price, and they offer to just cover it for him in exchange as soon as they hear him freaking out.
Do you have a butler?
No,
You just happen to have the money to cover it.
they do.
They do. Got it.
Yeah, he works for them technically.
Great. I'm gonna.
Ooh.
But too bad because it's the red X up at the top by the spine of the world and the Lurkwoods. That is approximately where the school.
Between Mirabar, the River Mirar, and the Great Worm Cave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So is technically getting there. Crab, the next closest. It's hard to. I wrote down. So if you didn't have to, mountains, you might be a little closer. But Crab is actually the farthest. You're going to have to take a boat first. The boat ride is going to take you about 7 days, and then arrange or pay for a carriage and additional about 10 going from there.
Mm-hmm. Sounds about right.
And then, well, I guess, Heather, you could be, you're kind of in between. So it depends on if you walk or if you take a horse. About 15 to 20.
It really depends on whether or not I manage to swindle horse money out of Zell.
You want to roll persuasion and see what you get?
Sure, why not? I'm good
First
at
roll.
Loves
Oh,
me.
solid.
Oh yeah, whatever you want.
Yeah, no, he
Seeing
gave
how
me horse
excite-
money.
Yeah, seeing how excited you are, good to go. All right, so as Crap, as you kind of figure out how long it's going to take, you are going to from Lantan and by boat go to Neverwinter, and then from there you will either walk or take a carriage to get up to the academy.
Seeing as how expensive it was to get here in the first place, he'd probably opt to walk the rest of the way.
Okay, so then it would just add a couple additional days on for you.
Okay.
How do you think your adopted parents respond?
Cautiously optimistic. They're happy that he's accepted. They're confident that he'll do well, but given, the state of the world and how not very well acclimated he is to most of what's going on outside, they kind of worry for his safety, but they figure he'll somehow bumble his way into success, which is typically how it goes for him. Accidentally falling upwards, I mean.
And last, Valentine, your butler, Alfred, has slid the note, the package, and for it. Got a little stuck. You're gonna have to tug a bit, but you get it out. You open it up. You've read your letter, and Cost, I'm guessing you're not too concerned with. You have a butler.
Of course.
What is Valentine?
He probably doesn't remember ever applying to the school, but that doesn't really matter to him all that much. He's just thinking, oh, place to hone his craft. So he says, Alfred, get a wagon ready. And he'd start packing, and his trusty little pistol on his side start gearing up. He's used to kind of a mini adventuring life, going out in the nights. But yeah, excited. Not really worried about the money. Has Alfred get the wagon and starts heading out.
Take Alfred with you.
No, I think this is this is like an adventure for myself. I need to expand my horizons. So Alfred can take a break in Luskin.
Are you sure, Master, that you don't want me to come with you? Master Valentine?
It's quite all right. It's quite all right. You've done great work here, and you honestly need a break.
But who will make your soups?
I'm sure they have someone at the school for that.
And
Right?
turn down your bed?
Does that not come with the school as well?
I'm afraid, Master Valentine, it usually does not.
No, I think it's time for me to be an adult. I think I got this. As he starts sweating a little bit.
He gives you a nice firm pat on the back. I suppose it is time for me to let you go out on your own. I struggled to keep up that last time we went venturing together. I followed most cooked in on the campfire for it.
I'll miss these chats we've had. Not the food.
So will I. I beg your pardon. The food it's improved since younger.
No, I was being genuine. I know it seemed quite sarcastic, but I'll miss this.
Well, it says you have about a month. So when do you think you'll head out?
Oh wow.
How
long
it
would
takes
the
you about
carriage
6
take?
days.
I'd probably I'd give myself like 2 weeks and enough to like sightsee at the school location. So yeah, I'd give myself a little bit.
Right. You all get packed up, ready to go. With your respective timelines. First arrive at the school. Anyone want to guess who's first?
Heather and her character.
Wait, am I the only
not.
one who showed up? I'm about to say, I better not be the only one who showed up early. It's probably Mr. Butler.
It is. Valentine, you show up a few days early. What are we thinking? A few? 2, 3.
I'd say like 2 probably.
Okay. You show up 2 days early. You see, the academy surrounded by 15-foot high stone walls. You notice that there is military patrol that is like walking the tops of the walls as you come, and there is a bridge leading into campus that kind of has like a guard station set up for you all, and you approach and you get to the station, and like once you get there, there's a bridge going across like a type of thing, and so like you exit the carriage. You notice it is aside from the patrol, like it doesn't seem to be the bustling campus life that you might have been expecting.
Can I take a look around like the perimeter of the school? Because is it sounding more like a prison than a school?
So you're gonna cross the bridge and kind of walk around and see what you see. Can't really like, aside from like seeing the tops of the various towers, like you can't really see much in, since it is a 15-foot high wall.
There. Yeah, I guess I'd cross the bridge. I have no reason to be wary, so.
You cross the bridge, you approach, and a guard quickly kind of stumbles out, like it's he was just kind of probably like leisurely reading, not really on task. He comes out, pardon me, he looks kind of around. I don't think you're supposed to be here yet. Yeah, no. And he like taps on his temple. Think, or no, the day after tomorrow. That is when you're supposed to arrive. Everybody, it's tradition. No one comes in until the designated time on your letter. Do you have your acceptance?
I show him the letter. Is it really that much of a problem? Just a day early.
It's 2 days early.
Semantics.
No, we don't have the faculty here. The dorms aren't set. There's no one around. Sorry, you can't come in quite yet. You're welcome to camp on the other side of the bridge, I suppose, if you must. I'm sure there were papers that told you to arrive at the designated time.
Obviously, I didn't read those very well. Okay.
Yeah. See, it's right here. He is still holding your paperwork, and he skims through. Yep. See, we are unable to accommodate any early arrivals.
I give him a glare. Like, okay. But can I like take a look around to see if there's anything past him? I know you said there's no one like around, but does it seem like anything's going on at the school?
Roll perception.
I'm really good at that. But every time I say I'm really good at something in the other games, I suck ass.
I don't think
Maybe you can do ranger things. You can be the best ranger we ever had.
No,
Oh, that's
Ricky.
right. I forget he's a he's a ranger in the other game.
Oh yeah, see, so Heather can forget, but I can't forget.
Well, you see, normally I play the ranger, so I always forget.
I arranged to get her a cursed item in the other game, so it's fine.
Yeah.
You peek around, like, because of where you're at, like it's hard to kind of see in. You see some trees and stuff. You notice a large thing with very big windows, and as you kind of peer, like, kind of look around, and you're able to look through, you see what could only be the classrooms up ahead, but aside from that, you don't notice anyone. The classroom that you're here into is completely empty, and you don't see anybody besides the guards.
All right.
But you do have a lot of limitations on what you can do.
All right. Then, like a good boy, I will leave the guard post and I kind of set up camp outside.
You go across the bridge.
Yes. That's where he told me to go, right?
Yeah, I'm just making sure.
Alright.
I'm sorry about this. It's just protocol. We got to make sure everything is ready for everybody to arrive. It's big ordeal. Everyone coming all at once.
No problem. My fault. I'll just wait outside.
Eat. Anything that your character would do while you were waiting?
I mean, I probably didn't bring that much food with me. Maybe hunt, because I'm a decent shot. So
Okay.
Can't cook the best, but I can probably kill something.
Roll survival.
Let's go.
Nice.
I love that you guys are out. Good ones. Yeah, you find a nice sized deer off in the forest just beyond the other side of the bridge. Kind of go off a bit because it is quiet and there's not a lot of people around. The deer doesn't spook as easily, and you were able to catch it.
One loud
Where'd that
gunshot later.
Oh boy, I love hunting season.
Hey, do you have a license for
As you fire your gun, the guards are a bit spooked by it, and you do see that about 4 guards come like racing across the bridge to see what's going on, and kind of running in direction.
I just hold my hands up. You guys want some deer?
You notice that they seem to be younger than the guard that you had spoken to earlier, and one of them kind of talks with a drawl, and he looks and goes, "You know what? Yes, I think I wouldn't mind if you have some to spare."
Yeah. Problem is you have to cook it, for all of us.
And
No.
then he like looks at you and he mumbles under his breath, but he's not trying to be quiet about it, and he goes, "We got ourselves another rich boy."
I take note of that, but don't react.
How about I teach you how to cook this deer?
I mean, that'd be much appreciated.
Do you have a dagger on you?
I do, and I kind of like sling it towards him.
No, teaching. You're going to do. Let's go ahead and I will help you drag it back over by your campsite. It'll be. Move it over there.
What's your name, by the way?
Fillmore.
Okay, Fillmore. You are my new butler.
Fillmore the guard.
I'll write that down because I feel he's going to become a friend. Hey, that was like the fastest game I've ever came up with on my own.
That was good.
I don't even know out of better than like
Wonder how he reacts to being claimed as a butler.
Oh, yeah, did you say that aloud?
No, I just thought it.
Yeah, so you guys move. He does have the other guards go back to report, and they weren't very interested in the deer. And he instructs you on what to do. He kind of assists with helping you skin the deer and do all the deer things that somebody who doesn't hunt has no idea. So we're doing great over here. And he goes, need help building the fire, or do I need to help you learn that too?
I can do that part. It's just the cooking part and the skinning I wasn't 100% on, But I'm glad you're here.
Well, you've got about half of it skinned. How about you go ahead and make the fire? I'll finish getting the meat cut and ready to go.
All right, Fillmore, I have a feeling we're going to be great friends over the next 3 years.
3 years? I thought people were here for 6.
Fuck.
I mean, Gut Boy's been here. I think this is year 6. I got a letter from him a few weeks ago. He was coming back. No.
And over the next 6 years, we'll be friends, as they say nervously.
No, I'm sorry. I'm mistaken. He will be here 6 if he can finish year 1 this year. That's what it is.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, he's...
They don't do academic suspensions here?
He's struggling a bit. I've tried tutoring him, but I don't know the material. That's why I'm a guard. I think he took my keys. He's a good guy. Throws the best parties.
I'll have to meet this guy.
Well, Fillmore helps you, get all situated. You guys enjoy some deer meat, warmth of the fire, and once you're good, he goes, well, I probably should go back. I mean, they're good at covering for me, but, somebody might notice if I'm not around. Thank you for the deer. You're probably going to want to move the rest of that carcass. I would just toss it into the stream there. That way, no other animals are attracted to your sight. Unless you want that kind of thing.
I'll think about it. Same time tomorrow?
Are you asking me for a date? Pretty forward.
No. I mean, like a friends thing. I kill it. You come over, help me take care of it and cook it. Like friends.
I mean, you think you're gonna eat all that deer meat for tomorrow's dinner? Or are you just gonna get tired of it? I know a mighty good rabbit stew if you think you could catch a rabbit.
I'll give it a shot tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll come by. Maybe I'll come by a little earlier when it's my dinner break. That way I don't have to sneak around.
Right.
Friendship honest.
Just so you know, Charlie, this is now a recurring character.
I know, I wrote it on my sticky note. Fillmore, guard. Oh, he talks to...
Or Fillmore.
Fillmore, cousin of Gilmore.
Hey, I do my best. I'm out of practice. It's been over a month. I have no idea what's even happening in tomorrow's campaign. So that'll be fun. Or Tuesdays. I have everything this week. I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, you got this, man.
Got this. I'm here. There's blood is becoming normal. Did you know if your hemoglobin goes below 6.5 that it's deadly, and mine was 4? Yeah. They gave me 6 transfusions.
Glad you're doing better.
Yeah.
It's like crazy. Like I can walk stuff without like thinking I'm having a heart attack. Like I feel like I was like a time bomb for a while, and no one knew, and then boom. And I don't need oxygen anymore.
Because he fall
There's-
past oxygen.
Cool. All right. The next day, do you think Syl would arrive in the morning, afternoon, or evening?
Yeah, the afternoon.
Yeah. So as you approach, you see that there is a carriage right before the bridge, a campsite made up. What do you think Valentine would be up to about mid-afternoon?
I mean, honestly, probably trying to scout the outside perimeter of the school, because it's so weird that there's 15-foot walls. But I mean, that probably wouldn't take very long. So he may be back at his camp.
Okay. Every time you go across the bridge, the guard in the like main area like kind of startles, comes up, and immediately like stops you from like being on that side. Would you go down further stream and like swim across, or would you give up, or would you try to be a little bit more sneaky?
More sneaky.
Okay, roll stealth.
Please don't fuck me.
I can't do that on game. That would go probably. Okay, yeah. Yeah, there's no way they're passive. I don't need that block. Yeah, so after about like your third attempt, you kind of start paying attention to see like where it is that you step when the guard notices you. And then you just kind of get better at going across, and instead of like walking in the center, you kind of hug the side of the bridge a bit, and you go towards the right. You walk around the perimeter and don't notice much. Like it's pretty barren, like near the school itself. Like there's not like a lot of tree coverage or anything really like that. But what stands out to you is you notice that there are some parts of the walls more towards the back end of it that appear scorched. And some of them look like they might have been repaired recently.
Writing that down. All right.
And I would say by the time you kind of you walk through and stuff, like you come back across, you just got to your campsite and you see Syl riding up on horseback. Syl, you have approached the bridge. You see Valentine at his.
I'm gonna dismount. I'm gonna like wave to Valentine and just cross the bridge.
I'll give you that like knowing nod, but I'm like sucker.
And I realize because I am out of practice, can I have you describe Valentine's appearance for me, Cody, and then Heather, you describe
God.
Syl?
So Valentine has like very nice black leathers on and like a black cloak, but very long, luscious white hair. Definitely does that every morning. Make sure it looks good. But yeah, he clearly does look like half drow, or I guess he'd look like a full drow. Kind of hard to tell the difference. But yeah, that's what he looks like.
And Syl?
So she has kind of like long silver hair she wears in like a high ponytail with like a little flower pin in it. She's got like a gray like mini dress with like silver white tights on, and then like long gray boots. And then she is quite obviously a half elf.
Are you two related? You guys kind of sound the same.
Wow, are all elves related?
That was
is
so
messed
racist.
up.
What the
My
hell?
It's because we're white. No.
Oh my goodness. I keep turning my mic off with my head. I know, I think your characters could be related. I mean,
Who knows?
I
He's
guess
a half
it's
elf.
true.
Mom gets around.
Well, and yeah, who knows? All
I
we
didn't
know
my
about
real
Valentine
parents.
is he has a butler.
Doing better
Yes.
than the rest of us.
You give Syl a nod. Syl, you walk across the bridge. The guard comes out, stops you. The same kind of thing. You notice all the same things. I won't repeat. All of that, but he's like, there's always a few. Can I see your papers?
I hand him over.
Be right back 1 second.
Yeah, no problem. You see this right here? And points out that your arrival time should be tomorrow. You should go see if you can be friends with the other guy. Heard he caught a deer, had a fire going. Might be a good place for you to camp out for the night.
How long is that bridge?
Bridges, probably 100 feet. We'll say 100 feet.
I really want to walk back 100 feet. Yeah, I will. I'll just be like, oh, sorry about that. I kind of misinterpreted it. I'll be back tomorrow. And
It happens.
I'll-
People get excited. Understood.
I knew I shouldn't have cut the horse.
You go back. Are you going to set up your own campsite or join with Valentine?
I don't know. What's his vibe?
Insight?
Gonna do a vibe check on him.
I'll say this: I have 8 charisma, probably real bad.
Oh.
All right. Cody, what do you think a 13 is telling her?
Probably see me like massacring this deer body, like me
Did
trying
you
to
get
cut
rid of
it
the
up.
carcass?
Probably hung it in a tree.
Yeah. It's probably like somewhere nearby, but as she's like leaving, like back over the bridge, she like maybe sees me dragging it like what looks like a body to the river. I kind of just wave.
Oh Lord.
It's an 8 charisma, baby. That's the vibe.
Oh God. I am gonna go make sure to set up my camp somewhere away.
Seeing Syl go and set a campsite away from you, does Valentine react at all?
There's room over here with freshly cooked deer.
Mhm. When I'm done setting up my camp, I will try and stay a safe distance away to talk to him.
Gosh. That is fair. Anything that Syl would do with the afternoon, evening?
I mean, other than maybe gather some firewood to build our own fire, probably not.
Did you come with food? You don't need to hunt.
I probably do need to hunt. I did not. I do not have food. So if Fillmore comes by, I'll probably will go join that camp.
How the tables have turned.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see Fillmore kind of like excitedly walking across the bridge, whistling a bit. Really likes rabbit stew, so he's hoping that Valentine's able to grab a rabbit. Well, he's also hoping that you've already have taken care of that. So, survival for me, Cody.
I got this. Maybe not.
Yeah. So you get a rabbit.
Mhm.
You go to I'm assuming is it crossbow? A good assumption.
Bad assumption. Always gun.
Oh, yeah, your gun. Gun. I keep forgetting. I don't like guns, so
Mhm.
I forget. You know,
Probably
guns
like-
are really expensive.
Yeah. Luckily, I have a butler.
Somehow you have a butler that can buy your gun.
Like a
Yeah.
party sale.
So at some point before Fillmore comes skipping across the bridge, you do hear a gun being fired off. How do you react to that?
I'm definitely gonna look around and see if I can figure out where it came from.
I mean, it's loud, so you know it's coming from across the way. You'd probably assume it came from the campsite.
I'm gonna pick up my my firewood and move it further away.
In a little cutscene, Valentine's just firing rapidly at a rabbit that's running around. Stop fucking moving.
Yep, so you fire at the rabbit, you miss and you hit a squirrel.
Maybe Fillmore won't notice the difference.
You try for a rabbit again, or you just go for the squirrel? Do you know the difference? I guess is a better question.
I think I'd know the difference, but I'd just assume a squirrel's fine.
Okay. Yeah, Fillmore comes across. Since you did hear the gunshots, do you join or do you stay at your own campsite?
Seeing a guard come across, I will go join the guard.
Yeah, and you come across. You kind of meet him as he's coming across. You meet him at the end of the bridge. Did you come here early too?
Yeah, apparently I can't read very well.
Neither can my buddy, Valentino. Yeah, he can't read either.
Valentino.
I'm gonna help him learn how to make rabbit stew. Are you hungry?
Yeah, I'm getting a little hungry. You said you're helping them make rabbit stew? Oh, is that why you're crossing the bridge?
Yeah. I'm a guard at the school. It's our dinner break, and well, I felt he was a little helpless. We had the gun go off yesterday, so I came to investigate. He had just killed a really good-looking deer, and taught him how to harvest it and make some meat. And he asked if I could come back this evening, and I said sure. I could make a rabbit stew if he caught the rabbit.
Oh, so that's the guy, and I'm pointing to this other campsite.
Yeah. Valimer, I think. Yeah, and that's the guy.
Val Kilmer, maybe?
Let's go. Do you like stew? Do you like rabbit?
Sure. I'm like curious about this whole deal. I mean, I see a dragon dead bodies. I hear gunshots. Now I know he's the one making the gunshots.
Yeah, you all approach. You see near the fire that there is a dead carcass of a squirrel, not a rabbit. Fillmore, isn't actually like looking. He doesn't notice it at first. He just goes and talks to Valentino, and checking in. How's your day? How's everything going? Did you catch the rabbit?
Sadly, I did not, but I hope squirrel will do. Here, it's a great delicacy. As I hold up the dead squirrel.
Yeah, you pick it up, and he's like, "There's not a lot left of the squirrel.
Oh, so that's a no, huh?
Well, you're firing that gun around it, just like blew right through that thing. The squirrel's too small for the gun. Didn't have something else that you could have used.
Valentine kind of looks like, no. Well, maybe ask for something bigger next time, okay?
Well, I'm sure you. Do you still have deer meat? We could probably turn that into something else.
Yeah, I do. Just wanted to impress my new friends.
Well, I mean, I won't have a lot of meat, but we could probably make like a bone broth or something, and use it. Make maybe some soup. You see, as he has a small bag at his side, and he pulls out some carrots and potatoes and some seasoning and stuff. Because I have this from the cook, good friend of mine. So yeah, let's go ahead. We'll maybe not stew, but we'll do what we can with what we got.
Oh, knowing Fillmore is friends with the cook is like the best thing I've ever heard. We can get all the free snacks.
Fillmore, you're a godsend.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and handle this. I said I'd teach you, but I think it might be too risky for me to have you try doing anything with what's left.
Valentine smiles. Just where I want him.
Yeah, Valamir, it's fine. Everything's all good. Oh, I didn't get your
Valentine.
name. Oh, Valentine. Yeah. Valentine. I forgot to ask. I'm so sorry. I was startled to see people. Your name? Apologies.
You can call me Sil.
Ah,
It's
Fillmore.
a lot easier to say. Fillmore. Okay. Well, nice to meet you, Fillmore.
Yeah. You too. Welcome. Sorry that you guys have to sleep over here tonight. The rules are really strange. I don't like. Everyone's coming from all over the place. I don't know how they expect everyone to arrive exactly on time. It's so bizarre. But obviously a lot of people arrive on time and others don't. But most choose not to like camp right here. Like they'll camp a few miles out, so people aren't aware that they were already here. You all want to make sure you clean up your sites for first thing in the morning, and you can cross the bridge with everyone else, and look like you got here right when they did. No, not a problem at all.
Sometimes you just want to look like an overachiever. So, I don't see what's wrong with showing up early.
Early is better than late. That's
Yep.
what my aunt always said, at least.
What happens if you show up late, by the way?
Well, so they will actually there's a much larger gate that currently isn't up. They will put that up, and you won't be able to get in. They are like very curious about everybody being on time and stuff. Like they'll put the big gate down after the first day and stuff, but like they won't usually let people in once they're late. It shows that you're not serious about academics or something.
Rude. What happens if there's like a carriage accident on the road and you had to wait 5 hours for it to clear off?
Well, they feel that you should have factored in extra travel. Which then, like, I still don't understand. You can only come at the time that you're supposed to come, but you also can't be late. Like, it makes no sense to me. Probably why I'm not an academic. Just a guard.
Come on, we need guards too. Who else would help this person make food or guard that bridge to make sure no one shows up early and only on time?
I give a thumbs up.
I mean, there's quite a few of us, so it's not just me. I'm just a little more friendly. We're not supposed to, I think they call it fraternize or something like that. We're not supposed to do that with the students, but I mean, most of the guards are old and kind of boring, so why would I not want to make friends with people who are younger and, cool like me? You know how to party. Do you all know how to party? If you don't worry. My buddy, he will teach you all his ways.
I don't know how to party, but I can at least make the party music.
Ah, yes, that's always helpful.
Yep.
Hey. Once you all are done with Squirrel Stew, soup, or whatever he has concocted for you all, still, do you stay with Valentine, or do you go back to your campsite?
I will try to politely as I can go back to my own campsite. Because, I put in a lot of work already. I've got to wash my hair.
Yeah.
You have a horse you have to take care of.
Yeah, you got a horse to take care of. Anything that either of you would say to one another before parting ways?
No, don't leave. See you in school tomorrow.
Yep, see you tomorrow. Glad to see I'm not the only one who showed up early.
Turns out I can't read very well.
Apparently I can't either, so we've got that in common.
All right. So is it Pedro or is it Ricky who is next?
They could get there the exact same time.
No, they don't. So in the morning, you all get up, you close your campsites, and this is like one of those things where it's like Black Friday style, like everybody is lining up on the side that you're currently on, like not crossing the bridge yet. You see that there's a guard kind of standing, blocking people from going, and everyone, like, it's like this big tradition where everyone comes across at the same time. And you all know, you both notice a stands out kind of like a sore thumb, a orc that comes. Everybody else is either like dwarf, elf of some variety, human, and then there is Rab. Go ahead and tell us a bit about Rab.
Rab is half orc. He it's clear he's a half orc, but he also tries to distinguish his orc features. Like he has like on his ears, like he has a cap on his ears to just make them pointed, and he kind of juts his jaw out to make sure his tusks stand out. And he's short, he's like stocky built, wearing chain armor, and he's just carrying just a large axe with him. And you see him, and he's just trotting up the road. He gets there, and he just looks around at the line. Gonna just kind of snort at it, and then start to walk to the front of the line.
You kind of push your way. Well, I guess, do you push or do you just kind of try to navigate to the front?
He's just gonna walk past everybody to the front.
Yeah, you're probably big enough compared to everyone else. Yeah, as you begin moving forward, everyone kind of parts to let you move forward. Where about in line do you think Valentine and Syl, like, you guys, I mean, clearly are the first there, but are you the first to get into line, or you like wait so you're kind of in the middle towards the back?
Can't look too excited, so wait for other people to show up and get in the middle of the line.
Okay. So
I would try to be like first 10, but not like the first 5. So between 5 and 10.
okay. Yeah. So you all are in line. So first, Valentine, you would see Rab kind of pushing and moving past you. Would you do or say anything as he's cutting in line technically?
He looks a lot stronger than me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With your 8 strength, I would definitely say he looks stronger with his 17.
Yeah. Hey, I'm wiry, okay? So no, I don't say anything.
Okay. What about Syl as he pushes his way past?
No, because I have a feeling this is gonna be great.
All right. Rab, you make it to the front where you see the guard standing on the bridge. As you're coming, how tall is Rab?
He's like 5'10".
Okay. The guard is a little bit shorter than you. And so he backs up on the bridge so that like he is kind of taller than what he was because of it being, like a curved bridge. Excuse me. You have your papers. Your acceptance letter.
Yes. And he pulls it out. He goes, "It says I'm supposed to be here now."
Oh yes. We will be. He like grabs it and.
Nope, he doesn't grab it.
Oh, you won't let him look at it?
No.
Are
Just
you
looks
sure
at
I
the
can't?
guard.
Can you just maybe hold it for me so I can read it real quick? I need to verify.
And then I go in.
About 30 seconds.
And he holds it out. And then, he's just his hands just doing one of these. The guy can't really read it.
Yeah, you're moving it all around. He does see what he's looking for. He's looking for evidence of the wax seal that would have been on it. And he seems satisfied enough, but also seems a little apprehensive still. But nonetheless, he
Now I go in.
Yes, yeah, one second, we must announce it. And as he says we must announce it, you hear the sound of music, like trumpets kind of going, and you hear this loud booming voice that just like echoes, and it says, "Welcome, students, to the academy. May your academics treat you well." And at that point, he does step back and then step off to the side so that you all can be funneled in. And the group goes in, and as you do, you are advised if you've came with anything. Like, so the one thing I forgot to describe for my carriage and horse people is there is, on the side of the bridge that you were camping on, there was like a tie-off point. And so when you cross that bridge, there are people who are there to like take descriptions of your animal, your carriage, assuming it's staying at the academy, so that it can all get checked in and be put into the stables. And then you are directed to take any of your belongings, get those checked in as well, and then you are going to start forming into a group. You all get your animals checked in.
I do not. Mine was a one-way horse.
It
So
just,
yeah.
it just knows to
No.
go back.
Well, it's like a U-Haul. You know how you can just drop them off like wherever you're at. So I'm assuming
Oh.
whoever is the U-Haul station at this side, they'll come pick it up later.
Okay. That makes sense. What about Valentine? Is Alfred gonna come pick up your horse and carriage?
I think the carriage ride probably would have been like somebody driving me there and dropping me off and just heading back off. So it's
I
probably
guess
nothing
that's
to
fair.
drop
Yeah,
off.
I mean, you can't even cook stews, so yeah, that makes sense. What was I thinking? Yeah, so you all start like getting everything settled that you need to, getting put into groups. You see that a lot of groups are kind of starting to talk. They have leaders that are kind of going through stuff, and you hear this like loud like grinding sound, like metal against metal. You turn back and you see that the gate is beginning to shut. And it is it is about 85% shut, and all of a sudden you see Scrap, go ahead and describe yourself.
So, Scrap is about roughly 5'8". He is mostly grayish black, scaly skin. He's wearing like corduroy like overalls, with like a thick like workman's shirt that's like kind of like darkish gray. He's got like his tool belt on him. He's got like these funky looking frills kind of like sticking out behind his head that are kind of sort of tucked back a little bit. That are they've got like these weird like yellowish black like splotches and markings. He's got these goggles that he kind of is always fidgeting with, but as soon as he makes it through the gate, like right as it closes, he kind of doubles over. He's like, "Oh, I made it! I made it! Ah, perfect." And then, as soon as he sees everyone else, he starts scrambling up towards the rest of the crowd and starts pushing his way
One
through.
second.
And trying to
You
make
have
his
a
way into the building.
Do you have a bag on your back?
Yes.
So as you step through, I mean, you clear it, but as you go to move forward, your bag did not clear the closing of the gate.
Oh,
So like
I'm
you're
stuck
trying
there.
to move, but you are like stuck, like you're being held in place.
So yeah, Scrap would just be struggling for dear life, trying to pull his bag free. Like he's trying to walk forward, and then he turns around and grabs it. And he's like, "Yeah, yeah."
Would
He's
any
not
of
very
you
nice.
go and assist Scrap at the gate?
Yeah, Brab will walk over there. Just walks over. He just grabs the bag and pulls on it. Pull it
you
free.
give it a pull. Are you pulling on it while it's still attached to Scrap?
Scrap at this point would have like kind of like gotten his arms out of the loops and stuff. Like he's trying to pull. He was trying to pull on it himself by the time Rab showed up.
Why do you always gotta take my fun away from me? Fine. Yeah, you give it a pull and you get it loose, maybe torn a little bit, but you do get it from being jammed in. Scrap, what do you do?
Well, he first like makes sure that it's not like too like torn to shit, that like none of his stuff is gonna fall through. And then once he does, he kind of reaches out to shake Rab's hand. Here you go. Put it there, friend.
Kind of like looks at it for a second, and then does the forearm grip, shakes it heartily. Glad you could made it in. These humans are very odd with some of their rules.
I mean, it's not just humans here, but I get your point.
Well, there's the guy at the bridge. He points back at him. Like, sees if he can see him. He wants him to see him pointing at him.
Yep, he's there. And he like can feel your glare coming at him. He locks eyes with you for a moment and still looks a little uneasy, so he goes right back to what he was doing.
What about him?
He tried to stop me, but come on, they have things for horses. Did you bring a horse?
Was I supposed to bring a horse?
Ah,
I walked.
good. It is better to walk.
Yeah, it's definitely better. I benefited from that. Not really.
Come, let's go find your. We'll be in our group.
We have a group?
There's you and me.
Okay.
Yeah, you see all of the people who are around. It's very clear that today is like first years, and then there are some third years on campus who are there to give the tours and whatnot and help you all get settled in before classes begin. And as you look around, you do notice everyone is kind of clumping into groups of 4. And so Syl and Valentine, would you two have ended up grouping together as everyone's kind of grouping, or would you just be kind of standing, lingering, trying to figure out what to do? What do you think?
I would say since we met, I'd look for Syl, but might be a chance she might be avoiding me.
Never. Others characters don't avoid people.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have a feeling poor Valentine's just like by himself. Everyone's avoiding him. He's that weird guy who showed up 2 days early. No,
Made friends with the teachers already.
yeah, since I've already met Valentine, I would probably search him out.
Yeah, so the two of you find each other, and you do notice where, you know, everyone has clustered into a group of 4. There's you two, and then there is Scrap and Rab grouped together. And it seems like that everybody else has already found where they need to go. So it's like that awkward thing where everyone has like a puzzle and you're putting it together and trying to find your group. That's basically you all, and you're looking for your other half of the puzzle.
I see them and keep looking.
Yeah,
Fuck, man.
I'll go say hi. Hi, do you have another 2 people in your group yet? Me and this, I won't call my friend yet. Acquaintance. We're looking for another 2 to make it 4.
As you guys begin to form your group, you hear somebody, like, they're kind of walking around and they're like, take out your letters, turn them over, match them together.
Oh, wait, what? I'd take out my letter and turn it over.
Something on the back of the letter? What?
It is very surprising to you. The last page of the letter, you could have sworn, was in fact blank, but now as you're standing there, you do see that, it has for you all, it's a compass, and each one of you have one of the directions.
Man, that's gonna be embarrassing if some of those groups had formed up and it's like, actually, we're in this other group. Sorry, guys.
You do see a lot of scribbling starts happening, but you also see that groups are starting to leave from the area. So some did figure it out and they're beginning their tours. And you all get yours put together.
That's a handy system.
Have you all never done? I mean, obviously, the magically appearing isn't a thing. When I worked camp,
No, I
that's
definitely
how.
did magically appearing thing in summer camp.
Yeah, well, that's what every your camp. Here's your stupid puzzle piece. Go find your group. Great. Not emotionally scarred by that at all.
I was gonna say, I just waited like for group projects in school. I just waited for everyone else to like group up and then just saw who was missing a person. I was that kid in school.
Hey,
Just work by
can I
myself.
join you guys?
Exactly.
Orientation is beginning. Find your groups. Find your groups. Introduce yourself. Say a fun thing about yourself.
Does that mean us?
That means everyone. Everybody, I should hear more chatter. Introducing yourselves to your group. You will be spending the next years with these people.
Sounds
Even
like a
longer.
Wait, if one person in the group fails, like that one kid for 6 years, does the rest of his group have to save?
Oh God, that's too much pressure.
To get his ass kicked on their group projects?
I'm pretty sure 3 of us share one brain cell. I'm just gonna say that.
There's 4 of you instead of groups of 3 are awkward times.
Who's the third wheel?
Harry Potter was. Why it was fun and it makes no sense to me.
It made sense if he read the books.
Heather, you know I don't read. Why do you have to call me out on that like that?
I know.
Who's sharing their fun fact first? The DM's gotta have some fun.
Do we want to rock, paper, scissors?
Oh, you
To
want me
see
to
who
roll?
introduces?
I can
Oh
roll.
no, we get a roll. Whoever rolls lowest has to go.
Yeah,
Okay.
D20.
Alright, roll a d20,
Wendy-
everybody. Gonna be Pedro.
Natty 20.
It's Pedro.
That's fucking
How did you call that?
I'm so smart.
I'm an engineer back at Lanten. I helped build stuff.
Alright, next up we got Valentine.
I start clapping. Yeah. I'm Valentine, kind of an expert sharpshooter as I fumble my gun around. You know, pretty cool and all. I have a butler, didn't come with me. Anybody else?
What's a butler?
Oh, somebody who take care of everything for you. And so you have to worry about any of the complicated stuff in life.
Can't relate.
Oh.
Same.
Are we? Well, hi, I'm Sil. That's Valentine. Since no one else said their name, I might as well introduce him too. I mean, I can play. It says viol on my sheet. I googled what a viol was and couldn't find a good answer, so I'm making it a violin. I can play the violin. That's my fun fact.
How long have you been playing it for?
Since I was. Oh God, how old is Sil? Give me a second. I wrote it down. No, I did. Yes, I did. She's 24. Probably about 14 years.
Nice.
Yeah, it looks like it's just violin.
I couldn't figure out the difference, so I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna make that something I know what it is.
Yeah, like the harpsichord, I just call it a piano. I can say that. With little effort. Alright, Rab.
I am Rab, and I killed the largest boar in the hunt last summer.
How big was this boar?
He stood to my he was like here on me.
Where is he holding his hand to?
But he was holding it up to his chest. Yeah, it's up to like his nipples. So
And
large boar.
How tall is
5'10".
Rab? 5'10"?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're only like 2 inches taller than
Yeah,
Scrap.
he's not a tall guy.
Oh, okay.
He goes with my axe and just outright with the big ass axe he's carried around.
Scrap just kind of like rubs his chin, like, impressive. Okay.
Someone's got some competition.
All right. As you all finish up, you do see that someone is approaching the group. Likely your orientation leader. But let's go ahead and do a quick break, and then we will come back and continue with the campus tour. All right. Let's go for 8:20 Central Time. We will be back. If you're watching the stream, we will be back at 8:23.
Man, you just lied to 6 viewers.
I think it's all of us. Oh my gosh! Now I don't even know how to switch scenes. Driving me crazy. I love when you all echo. All right, welcome back, everyone, as we continue our trek around campus. Actually, this because I work. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Where is Foundry? There is Foundry.
Oh God.
Okay, so currently you all are in. Why can't I ping?
By the way, Charlie, credits are rolling on your stream over our images or behind our images.
Yeah, so it's not credits. It's just showing when we stream.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Wasn't sure if the wrong thing was up.
Nope. That was my fancy thing. I even like made it so it would fit and not get cut off. Priorities when I needed to, D&D prep. That was like something. Actually, yeah, I think that might have. Am I the only person who doesn't know how to ping anymore? Oh gosh. Okay, I'm gonna do something and hopefully it's not bad. But
No,
it's
I
not.
didn't think.
Is it pinging for you or no?
No.
No.
I was like,
Oh.
you wait, did I forget how to do it?
No, you just click, right?
Yeah, you click-
right?
Yeah.
Did not working for me.
Technology. I love it.
Don't you just hold click? What's going on?
It's not supposed to
Oh
be
wait,
this
I see.
complicated.
Oh, it's so small we can't.
There's not
That
enough
is
room to
really
ping.
huge. I guess I don't need this.
Oh my
map.
god, you're right.
Oh my God.
Okay, I'm gonna fix this. Because it's not like it's a map that we will ever
You just draw on it.
I did. I already drew on it.
and I will never find it, will I? Oh.
I can find it.
My
Okay,
God,
it's
this
fine. I'm not gonna stress over it. Apparently, whatever I set up 75 days ago is not the best. I think I was thinking I would use this map, but like, why would I ever actually use the map? Besides to show you where things relatively are on campus. Okay. So you all see one person I didn't look art. And so you this person approach the group, and as she does, she's super friendly. She looks at you all, and do you all have the compass on your paper? Is that your group?
Yeah, and I hold my compass up, or my paper up with the compass.
Okay,
I
yes.
wouldn't look at the
There we go.
background.
We have south. Do we have west and east and north? Are we
I'm
shy? It's okay if you're shy. Where
mean,
is
no-
my name? I'm Isadora Thornwood. You can just call me Isa if you want. I am your orientation leader. I'm super excited to show you all around campus. I know when I first came, I was extremely nervous, and maybe that's what's going on with you. But in no time, you will completely feel at ease here, and will become the best of friends. Now, I'm gonna show you around campus, tell you a little bit about it. And the thing that I want you all to be thinking about, so these are your dorm mates. You all will be living together for the next 3 years. You were carefully selected to be placed together. The headmaster and faculty, they go through and they try to place people based on who they think would make a successful group together. And, well, that's you all.
Teacher, I have a question.
Oh, it's a don't call. I'm not a teacher.
Oh, sorry.
I'm a year
Well,
3.
Yeah, I couldn't remember what word you used, so I just put group leader. I forgot it as I was writing it down. When you say like dorm members, are we like all sleeping in the same room, or is it like one thing with like 4 rooms attached?
Yes. So you all will have like your own little area, with like like a common space. But yes, your room, it will all be together. It's okay. Modesty, you'll get used to it. You guys are gonna be out and adventuring and doing things. You will learn to love your group.
I just wanted to clear that up because single female and a group of guys.
Well, we have the most strict policies about things like that. So if anything were to happen, you can just let someone know, and it'll be handled.
Right.
Thanks, Heather.
You're welcome. I know that was a sarcastic thanks, but you're welcome.
I liked the map that I found that had you all in one room.
I figured it's like a college campus, so I'm like, well, it's probably separate rooms with one common area, but I didn't go to like a college like that with a dorm, so
Oh no! So you have the common area like for just your group and one other group,
yeah.
and then you are in the same room.
Oh.
Yeah, all 4 of you, but you do have quite a bit of space. Way more space than I had in my college dorm, where you could reach out and touch the person next to you.
My God.
Does anybody sleep, talk, or walk?
That's such a good question for you to ask. Yeah, get it all out there. Make sure you guys know each other. You're gonna get so close.
I don't sleepwalk that I know of. Oh, and I know I didn't say it earlier when we were giving out our facts about each other and whatnot, but my name, it's Sisraz, but you guys can call me Scrap. That's a lot easier than my actual name.
And I thought Elven names were hard.
Yeah. He just kind of shrugs.
When I saw him pick that name, I was like, guys, I have been DMing a lot of you for a year now. Like, I can't say words. Like, you stick around, but I can't say words.
That's why we choose really hard names.
Well, yeah, and I also like picking really hard classes. Like, I didn't know Ricky was a ranger. That why would I ever associate ranger with Ricky?
He saw how
And
much
I
fun
felt
I
like
was
an
having.
idiot. I felt like
No.
such an idiot.
At least you started spelling his name right.
Yeah.
No, okay,
One-
so
one
I
step
know
at a
why
time.
that happened. I know why that happened because I just copy and paste, and I move it over. So, mine where it's Charlie DM, I copy and paste that, and then I make Pedro's and move it over. And so when it was spelt with an I, it's because I copied and pasted Jackie's over, and for whatever reason, I didn't click and delete all the letters. At least that's what I'm telling myself. All right. Well, shall we get? Oh, I forgot. So as we're going over the tour, the one thing that you do want to be starting to think about as a group, and that you'll want to get decided before you attend your first classes tomorrow. It's so crazy that you will have class tomorrow. But you will want to come up with a name for your group and a insignia that you will use to represent your group. And it can be the compass. We give a starting point in case anyone needs it, but if there's something else you'd rather come up with, you certainly can. You can design something. We just ask that, it's family friendly, just in case we're out and about in town and somebody sees it, things like that. Any questions about that before I get us started on our tour?
Scrap raises his hand.
Oh, you don't need to raise your hand. You can just ask. We Our family here. What can I do? How can I help?
How soon do we have to come up with the emblem thing for our group? Does that like
Well-
it has to be like soon, as in like by tomorrow we have to have it ready, or
So ideally, they do like you all to have it for your first day of class if possible. But if a group gets stuck, they do give you a few days. The most important thing is that you come up with a name because that will be how you were introduced in the classes and everything. So that would be what I would focus on most, and then the insignia next. Say by the end of day 2, you should have that figured out for yourselves.
Mm.
And again, the compass is there. You can certainly make use of that if no ideas come to mind.
How many people take that option? Or how many groups take that option per average? Or per year?
There's always one or two, it seems.
Hmm. Oh god, we don't want to be the slackers, do we? Like, we... or do we want to be the slackers?
Oh, you could never be the slackers. Whichever group Gut Boy ended up with, they will be the slackers. The headmaster makes sure of it so that he doesn't, ruin the experience for anyone who isn't like himself.
Is like his family from money? Because I hear he's gonna be here like 6 years. Is that why they let him stay?
Well, you saw how much it costs to come here, so yeah. I shouldn't say this, and you can't repeat it. But I also heard that there's some family connection, relationship, or something that has really cemented his being here.
Mm.
I think Headmaster Vance has just about had enough. He's first year, and he's been here for 3. So, this year will be his 4th year, doing year 1. And he's proud of it, so I don't consider it gossiping or anything, because he surely will tell you as soon as
Mm.
how did he exactly manage that?
he misses a lot of his classes.
Mm.
He keeps the tavern in business. So he's promised everyone he's cutting back this year. So I'm not certain what that means.
Mm.
He's
All right.
probably-
Well, you want to make sure you have a chance to get settled into the dormitory before the welcoming speech from Headmaster Vance. So let's go ahead and start. So right here, you see that we are standing outside of the heart of really everything. And I know it's not like in the center, but this is where the classrooms are, and also our library. And so I'm going to take you in. The classrooms aren't really much to see, but the library is great, and you can meet Brother Yor, and he will be someone who, especially as classes get harder, he can certainly help you all with finding books to help you study and review, or if there's something that intrigues or interests you. He is a wealth of information, and he is one who's very dedicated to what he does. So if you do borrow a book, please make sure you keep it in the pristine condition that it's given to you in. Otherwise, you might be banned from the library for a while or indefinitely. It's happened to quite a few people. To work at Candlekeep, actually.
Mm. That makes a lot of sense. Tell me you've got multiple copies of books on hand, though, that we might be Because, only from being from Candlekeep, I'm sure, only one book.
Oh, yes. And we also, we have textbooks and things. The Study Tavern has a lot of books that have kind of been donated to it, and part of your tuition supplies you with your class set of books. These are more if you're wanting to kind of go beyond what is taught in the classroom.
Okay.
Yeah, as you all continue and move into the library, you see Brother Yor. He is tall. He has a lean frame, a shaven head. He has very sharp features, and he kind of looks stern, just upon first glance. And as you come in, you see he looks up from the table. Oh, can you not see it now? Or up? Okay, pop his part out. Okay,
The monk guy, right?
he stands up from his desk. He looks up at you. You can see he is meticulously arranging a stack of what look to be ancient tomes, and his eyes kind of pierce through at you and welcome, young scholars. He gives you a nod, and you can tell his voice is carrying like the weight of years that he'd spent in quiet contemplation. Welcome. If there is anything that you all need, if you are hungry for knowledge, which is a noble pursuit, I can certainly assist. And you see as he gestures towards the shelves that stretch around the entire room that you're in, and there are more shelves like within the middle. Within these walls, you'll find the knowledge that you seek. Although I will say, this library isn't quite like the one I used to watch over, but there's still countless knowledge to be found either way. Is there any questions or anything I can answer for anybody? Are you excited to begin your quest for knowledge here at the Academy?
What if we don't know a lot of stuff? Can we just like ask for a general basic how to, like, say, cook for idiots? Is that maybe a book?
Just get your butler to do it for you?
She's not here.
You know, yes, there are some of those around. They are, and he kind of motions over to a section that like is clearly more aimed for juvenile readers than sophisticated scholars such as yourselves.
None of us will need that, of course, but
Of
it's good
course,
to
it
know where
doesn't
they
hurt to
are.
ask. If any of you take on the, I know sometimes Gut Boy's family pays for tutoring, so if any of you take on that role, you might need several of those books to assist. But if there is anything that you need, don't hesitate to ask. And if I don't have it, I do have many contacts that might be able to assist. Yes, did you have a question?
What's the checkout time? Like, if we borrow a book, what's the length of time we can keep it?
So we have a varied checkout time depending on the size of the book that you are going to be taking. So generally speaking, since most of these are large text, we generally give 2 weeks, and then if they are larger, then we will add a week and stuff. And a lot of times your professors begin to kind of chime in on your academic performance, and we might adjust if we feel you might need more time. And we never take away time, though, of course. Everybody gets that standard 2 weeks, but then we make adjustments for longer. Now, if it's during finals, we may restrict books from being checked out and just have them available here. And we do have some tomes that are only viewable within the library, and you see them as he motions towards a area where it's like roped off. And you can see like right there in front there's a desk where it looks like his assistant is usually seated, and he goes, "Yep, we have a process if you need to go in and borrow some of those tomes for additional research." Good questions. Anything else that I can assist the group with?
Do you happen to know what our first classes are going to look like?
So one thing that sets the academy apart from other schools is we do emphasize all of the different aspects of adventuring, and we don't just focus on magic like some schools might, or just on learning, the martial arts and things like that. So you will have a lot of variety, but typically for year one, first semester, you will begin with learning about offense and defense strategies and combat. Good
Brad will be like
questions.
off to the side, and he like pulled a book out and like got dust and just.
Oh, careful. He moves towards you, and he reaches towards the book, but like he does so cautiously because he doesn't want to get into like a tug of war situation with the book, because obviously
Oh, no.
he doesn't want anything to happen.
Shoves it back on the shelf, just like
Yes,
Too
yes. Thank you.
too much dust.
I will
You
make note.
sit here all day?
I am here all day. Yes.
I prefer to be outside.
I do sometimes take a break and go to the gardens outside, but only if the library has been securely closed. I want to ensure that nothing happens. And you see as he just kind of reaches and like puts his hand on the spine of a book, maybe a little too emotional about that. Cares a lot about his books. At this point, Isa looks and goes, "All right, have you all gotten your questions answered about the library? I love that you all are so invested in learning more, but do you have a couple of professors that I want you to be able to?"
Mm. Yeah, let's
Shall
go
we
meet some
continue?
professors.
All right.
Lead on.
Yeah, so she continues. As she does, you end up going in this long hallway, but it kind of like wraps around since it's spiral in shape. There's no stairs at all, just is slightly elevated as it goes, and you see she points out some classrooms, and she goes, "Okay, just beyond here it will get into the lab, and there you'll meet the gnome triplets. So Professors Nice, Nelda, and Neriel. And they oversee experiments and making concoctions. They are always trying to come up with something new. It seems like they are always brewing something. As you all approach, you do see the. I thought I was super clever. Okay, so you see Professor Nice, and this is the middle sister. She's very nurturing and caring, warm smile, very kind, and she wears robes that are earthly tones. She has like a lot of nature things kind of set about. And then next you see Professor Nelda. She is the youngest. She kind of has very like bright blue eyes, but they also kind of seem like doe-like in a way. She's very playful. Carries with her kind of childlike wonder and curiosity. And she wears mostly just like light colors, whimsical patterns. She's very carefree. And then last you have the oldest, which is Professor Neriel. She seems very like much the same, nurturing and kind, but she actually really carries herself well with a commanding presence, and she has this like piercing gaze that if you're doing something you're not supposed to, will just immediately make you want to stop. And as you all enter the lab, you are greeted by the sounds of bubbling cauldrons. There's crackling flames, and you see the three sisters kind of darting about with very like chaotic energy. And they don't seem to notice you all enter as you come in. They're chattering away amongst themselves. And they seem to be the kind of type where they are finishing, like one starts the thought and then the other two complete. And you do hear Isadora try to get their attention, but she doesn't want to startle them because they're working with potion. I think if we just wait a minute, that they'll realize that we're here. I mean, we're next on their schedule and we're right on time. Surely they will notice.
Valentine coughs really loud.
You notice that when you cough, Professor Neriel, the oldest, kind of jumps back a bit, hitting a shelf behind. You hear some clamoring. Nothing like falls, or you don't hear the glass break, but you hear them kind of clink together. Oh! More students who are eager to learn all about what we do. Welcome. We are currently working on an experiment. We apologize. We can never be here and not start tinkering around. I'm sure some of you can relate. How is everyone doing? You hear Nelda ask the group, the youngest. Kind of chuckles as she asks. Oh, don't be shy. Welcome. I know it's a mess. We weren't supposed to start doing anything, but we just couldn't resist. And who wants to come to the lab and just see it sitting here and not being used? This is what makes learning exciting, don't you say?
So, what exactly is being made here?
Good question. We are trying to see if we're able to distill the essence of moonbeams so that we can create a potion of light. Quite the challenge, wouldn't you say?
Moonbeams?
Yes. You will learn all about it in class. Don't you fret.
The easiest spell there is. Anyone can learn it.
But can anyone make a potion of it?
I am definitely ready to see if it's possible.
Not yet. You don't have our classes for a little while. You start off with the basics. I'm so excited that you're excited to be joining us.
Be like whisper to Valentine. I'm like, so why did you bring us here if we're not even taking their classes for a while?
I don't know. So why would somebody want Moonbeam in a bottle?
I mean, to be fair, Moonbeam's pretty epic.
Yeah, but I feel like if you're condensing it that much, it kind of loses its oomph. Kind of want it
I mean, you
big.
could like throw it at someone. Maybe concentrated Moonbeam just does like all the damage at once, or like double damage because it's concentrated.
That'd be sick.
We wanted to see if we could. We like seeing what we can do. We never know how any of this is going to turn out. It might be a complete flop. Who knows? We just wanted to try.
Like next year when we take these classes, the lab will be all exploding because they didn't.
Hear me out.
No,
What if
we
you-
had to sign a contract this year saying that we would not blow up the lab or allow the students to.
I mean,
What if
that's
you-
gonna be kind of hard.
It's pretty expensive if it happens again.
Hmm.
Was it Nelda who was a smart one? Who looked like the smart one? Or no, Neriel?
Muriel has the
Muriel's
mom look.
Oldest, yeah. Nelda is the youngest, the kid-like one, and then Nice seems to be, nice. And all of them are spelled with a G, by the way, in front of.
Freaking gnomes.
Of course. Guys, what if instead of bottling it, you had like some way to project it with force? Like out of something handheld? Have you thought about that before?
Hmm.
Uh,
We have
What if you
not.
just used a torch?
I see you all are not imagining enough about this. It's okay. We have other concoctions that we make. This is just one that we're experimenting with. I promise you that when you come and we teach you all about potions and whatnot, you'll be beyond thrilled. Don't you worry.
Are you sure?
Oh yes. We are sure. As you say that, Professor Neriel shoots you a death glare. She is not amused.
Scrap just kind of like tries to like give her a nervous smile.
God, I don't think I'm gonna be able to cheat off of anybody's homework in this group.
All right. Isadora goes, okay, I think, and she seems nervous. She's afraid that you all might have offended the Gnome Sisters. She goes, I think we should continue to the Academy Commons. It's just right outside. Let's go. Better that we go. Since I can't paint, I thought I would try drawing.
I'm sorry.
The line's not big.
Go. Let's see what this number does. There we go. Can you all see the red circle?
Yes.
Okay, this is where you're going next. So you see what is called the Academy Commons, basically kind of like a garden area. As you all come into here, you do also notice that there is the fountain, and you see that within the fountain that there are 3 sculpted statues. And they look to be decorative centerpieces. Does anyone have a passive higher than 10? I think.
For what?
Very, very much so.
Oh,
Yeah.
I guess that was dumb of me.
Oh.
Perception.
Yeah, passive perception of 13 for me.
Okay.
Got 18 over here.
8.
Got a whole 12.
Yeah.
I got a 10.
Oh,
I
so
have
all of you noticed.
expertise.
Oh, okay.
All of you noticed. You did a 10. So what you see, the statues are of, I'm sure I'm going to butcher. I also find, I guess that's a bigger text bigger. Denier, Milil, and Ogma, are who the statues are. And so Denier is the deity of art, cartography, glyphs, images, knowledge, literature, and scholars. Milil is the deity of song, poetry, creativity, inspiration, and then last one is the deity of wisdom. Yeah, inspiration, invention, and was the patron of bards. And what you also notice is Agma's left hand looks to be broken off. Valentine, you would also notice that it looks as though Agma's left eye has also been chiseled away.
There be any significance to that, like with that god?
Not that you would like immediately notice or associate with it.
Just pointing out to the group. Looks like somebody defaced the statue. Eye is gone.
Wonder what they have against wisdom and bards. As I hide my instrument.
Wait, so you said the eye is gone?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if we'd get any extra points towards any tests we take if we find out who did it.
As you all are talking, Isadora has kind of stepped away from the group, just giving you a little bit of time, because she can see the next place that you're going currently has people, so she's kind of waiting. So she's not really listening in on your conversation. You're noticing.
Maybe he played a bad song. He took his hand off.
Maybe.
Does anyone know anything about this god?
Nope.
Seems real unlikely.
Let me check my magic 8-ball to see if it knows.
Hey, I like the magic.
That's tomorrow's game.
Yeah. It's one of the best parts in that ranger that we got. Is pretty.
I'm just trying to figure out. Sorry, I was looking up. I had to go look this god up. I'm just trying to figure out why the god of knowledge is also the patron god of bards.
Well, I like that this was dropped in, and I have searched the document, and there's like nothing else about these. I think like thinking D&D stuff, I think I know why this has happened, but like there is nothing else in this about why it's happened.
To be fair, let's be real. We've got the guy who parties who probably went on a bender and got blackout drunk and did it.
Let's get fucked up. Take the eye and other shit.
He went to shake her hand and was like holding on to it and fell.
Oh, hey, maybe you could take the left hand off of anybody and it'll be important.
As you all kind of seem to be winding down in conversation, as Adora comes back and she goes, I think we're ready to take a look at the training field so you all can see. I know there's a group that's over there, kind of sitting off in the on the stands, but we can check it out, and I can answer any questions that you might have. And she directs you guys over to the two like sandpit areas on the map. As you all go, you do. I am. Okay, so you see, sitting in the stands, you notice a group that is working. They have their mentor there. I don't have a token, but they have them there as well. It's clear that they were kind of trying to come up with what their name should be, as well approach. And as you do, you can see that there is a scarecrow in the center. And Isadora goes, so this is where you'll come and you'll practice your skills, work on honing those in so that you can improve, become better, and you'll spend a lot of time here. And a lot of it's not necessarily during class. A lot of it'll happen on your own time so that you can practice. So these two fields are always opened up to anyone who might need to, improve, especially if you're not doing the best in a class. This is the place to be so that you can figure it out and improve upon it. Do you all have any questions for me?
Who are those guys?
Oh, well, I'm not sure. And you hear as she calls across, and Maria, has your group come up with a name yet? Any ideas of what they're going to be called? Yes. Oh gosh. Josen, do you want to go ahead and introduce the group? It seems you've been the most decisive out of everyone. Certainly, and you see as the one who's in the water stands, and he goes, we are going to be known as the Iconics. Have you all come up with your group name? I'm Josen, by the way. Do any of you like to fish?
Not really, but we haven't come up with anything yet as far as group names are concerned.
It's okay. We are practically family, so yeah, we've had some time to work on it. Well, like I said, I'm Josen. This here is Mia Lee. So you notice a elf. She seems to be practicing some spells currently at the moment. Do you all approach them or do you stay a little ways away from the group? What do you say?
Can we get a vibe check going? See if they...
I
Is it
mean,
cool to be approached?
they seem competitive but friendly.
Scrap would get close, but like stay on the sidelines and just kind of have himself a little micro seating area.
As you approach, when you get close to Mealy, you notice a fragrance that like just can't really kind of put your nose on it. Like it's not necessarily bad smelling, but it's not good smelling either.
What is that some sort of perfume?
Josen looks at you guys, that's Mia Lee. She spends a lot of time studying spells and things, and as such it seems as though the sense of the spell components have seeped right into her skin. He kind of gives a sniff. He goes, I think this is a fey-grown honeysuckle and a little bit of sulfur smell that you might be picking up today. Not the worst combination that she's had.
Honeysuckle and
Sulfur.
huh. What a strange combination.
Okay, you also notice that there is a halfling who seems to have drifted asleep. She's just kind of sitting there, and Josen goes, this is Lida. She claims that she's nocturnal, so being awake during the day doesn't seem to suit her. Hopefully she can manage.
Well, hopefully she doesn't keep you all awake with her rummaging around while you guys are all asleep.
Yeah, we think we might have to start casting this sleep on her or something. We're not sure how we're gonna get her to sleep at night, but if she doesn't, she isn't gonna do well in classes. You all ready for classes to start tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little excited.
So, how do classes work? Do we like take them together as a group, or are they individual?
Isadora speaks for this, and she goes, "Oh, you will go through all of them. You currently, might have an idea of what you're interested in, or maybe, but your classes will really kind of help you to fine-tune those skills or to understand your group skills better. So maybe you're not somebody who is going to need to worry about spells or being ranged and whatnot, but you have people in your group who are, and you should understand what they're trying to do. So your classes give you a glimpse of it all, but also helps you to fine-tune what you are interested in. Makes you a much more rounded party member.
Start clapping.
As you're clapping, the last person goes, I'm Tordik. We're here. Classes haven't started, but do you guys maybe want to see which one of us might fare better? Our group leader, who the DM has forgotten the name already, was telling us that the dummy there in the center, the scarecrow that's used for testing and this particular version, is to see how much damage a group can cause to it. Do you guys maybe want to see which group does the most damage?
Boy, we can land, sea, sky this. This will be great.
Isadora goes, so typically we do 5 rounds for this, but we don't really have time for 5, or we will definitely be late. How about we just do 2? Each group gets 2 rounds to see if who can cause the most damage. What do you guys think?
I'm down.
Okay, but loser by lunch. Losers by lunch.
There is a tavern on campus.
I know. That's why I said it. And then we lose, and Valentine can pay for lunch.
And his
I'm
butler.
up for that.
All right.
Like,
So Isadora goes over the rules and she says you all have a few minutes to strategize and you can move to be wherever you want to be for the start of the round. And then we'll determine initiative order. Obviously, the Scarecrow isn't going to attack back, so you don't have to worry about that. But you can decide as a group what you think people want to do or where you want to be and move there, and then we will get started. So if you
Can we
want to move your
prevent
tokens, you
them
can.
from attacking?
No. You all will go, and then they will go, and I think I said Maria was the other person's name. We'll tally up the points, and we'll see which group has the most points for damage.
Fine.
It's just a real simple, just practice. And if you guys are really good at it, then you probably won't have to do it as much as other groups, or vice versa. It's just kind of depends. Alright, so if you want to move your token to a starting position, you can.
Just a question: would we be trying to do lethal damage to this Scarecrow?
You would not want to cause, your gun would destroy it. I didn't realize you had a gun,
So that's
or we might have
the
had more
most
conversation. I also, did your character have something that gave you that?
Yeah, the background.
It came with a gun?
Yeah, weapon proficiency, firearm, feature legacy of secrecy. You've been trusted the use and care of a weapon, both powerful and terrifying.
I didn't know there was one that came with a gun.
I can change it if you want.
No,
I can do crossbow.
No, you're fine. But, you can't blow up the Scarecrow.
All good.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is I can't Eldritch Blast the Scarecrow.
What a shame.
Yeah,
you guys can go. Actually, I don't want to deal with, forgoing that. You guys can use what you want on the Scarecrow. I don't care that much. Oh, I just...
Let me add missile launcher to my inventory.
So I am intrigued, and I'm gonna, pay attention more to your guys' backgrounds.
Well, to be fair, I got a cursed book on session 0 that gave me the magic initiate feat. So I was
yeah, I know that you have your thing.
I just can never touch a plant in my life.
I had to try to figure out what those rolls meant when I was working on. I was like, "What the fuck did we roll?" I felt super stupid because I remember nothing. But it all makes sense. My oxygen when I went to the hospital the first time was in the 70s. Yeah, so I'm good over here. Okay, where is that? Why can't I click? Oh, I'm stupid. That is what.
You're more than 15. No, you're not more than 15 feet away from me.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay, so that won't catch you, hopefully. Initiative.
Let's go. Oh, I don't have my spells till level 2. I don't have Hunter's Mark. Fuck.
Ranger, baby.
Cool. And I already rolled all their stuff so that you guys didn't have to sit through me clicking and rolling. So you have 2 rounds, and first is Valentine.
All right. Since you said we could use our stuff,
Yeah, you can use the stuff.
Do a little quick draw, and do I have to target it? Hold on. The right click. Pow pow. Oh, I'm 25 away, and your range is only 5. What?
And you're using your gun?
That doesn't sound right. Oh. Attack. Normal.
That
Does
will hit.
13 hit?
It does hit.
Oh, thank God. How embarrassing would that have been?
Pretty funny.
All right. 8 piercing damage. And because we're level 1, that's it.
Cool. All right. Next up we have Rab.
Rab just acts out and just takes a big cut. Gonna miss because that's how this works. Fucking called it.
Yep. You missed.
Yeah, level 1. Take a bonus action to go on shit.
All right. Great turn. Awesome job. Scrap.
All right. Scrap is going to quickly take his crossbow, which he's already had loaded, as he was going into this engagement, and then he takes a quick shot at the scarecrow.
Okay. Fire away.
Oh,
I know we're all kind of rusty on Foundry.
yeah. Foundry didn't take any of my weapons or anything that was like nothing that's in my inventory is on there.
That's fun. What weapon are you using?
The light crossbow. I'm just gonna go ahead and roll from Foundry or from D&D Beyond because I know Beyond 20 is working.
Okay. Well, that's also fascinating, but it's not.
Is it even rolling?
It's just putting the information in.
You have a light
That is
crossbow in your inventory
Light
now.
crossbow.
Oh, dang, that's spamming. I'm sorry about that.
Pedro, in your inventory, you should be able to roll now.
Okay.
Got the definition this time.
All right, that hits.
Ew.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Nice.
This guy rocks.
Okay. Anything else for your turn?
No.
All right. Bill.
Well, since they've got a magic user and I want to be extra, I'm going to waste the first level spell slot to cast Witch Bolt, and we'll see if it hits. I was going to Thunder Wave, but I was like, I don't want to get too close.
It hits. At your party with wave?
No, not yet.
Just blows it up.
Does a 12 hit?
Oh, yeah.
I think it does, yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'm sorry if you didn't hear me. It hits.
Oh. Oh. Well, that sucks.
That's great damage.
A whole
Good.
2.
All right, and then you see as the scarecrow animates and comes charging towards Rap. No, I'm just kidding.
No!
What the fuck?
Bring it.
Valentine, your second one.
I will fire again because I don't think there's anything else to do. Attack.
That'll hit.
Nice. Normal. Cool.
Okay. All right, Rab.
Yeah. Gonna roll over a 4. Fucking nailed it.
Oh, that misses.
He turns and overhand throws his axe towards this area down here. Just, damn it!
That
That's
is
it.
where both of your group leaders are standing, and they just like jump apart. Very quickly.
They should have stayed in one space. It would have been fine.
Scrap.
Wait, Ricky, I don't think it's adding your proficiency bonus to your attack roll. 3 is your strength, right?
Yeah.
Since his
did it not?
crossbow has
Would it,
his crossbow has the loading feature, so he has to spend this next turn loading his crossbow. So he's doing that right now. Like he's trying to load a bolt into it and then crank it so it's ready to fire next turn.
Wait, is that like really how crossbows work?
Yeah, they have the loading mechanic.
I think that's if you try to make more than one attack per turn.
Yeah, but I don't think you give up a turn to load it.
Yeah. I think it's only if you have 2 attacks, you can't do a second one
And,
because
yeah.
of the loading mechanic.
Oh,
But you can fire it every turn.
oh, wow. Okay, all right. Yeah, that makes a hell of a lot more sense. So yeah,
I mean, if you want to play in hard mode, I guess we can.
no. So he loads his crossbow and then fires again. Boom.
Yeah, that will definitely hit.
Awesome.
Is
Yo, this smart guy is amazing.
once he figured out how to load his crossbow. Ricky, did you actually get a 12 on that last roll?
yeah. It should have been a 12.
Okay.
I don't know why it's acting like I don't have martial weapon proficiency. It's on here. You want me to roll damage?
Yeah, go for it. And it shows martial on your character sheet.
Yeah. That's 6. Still feels like that isn't enough, and uppins the axe down at the end of the end. So.
Great. I'm glad we didn't lose that. Still.
Because I did so great with Witch Bolt, I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast. I've got it. I might as well use it. Oh my god.
Fantastic.
Great job.
I'm gonna use a bonus action to pout.
All right. You see that Isadora is tallying up your points as the Iconics come and they approach the dummy. First up, you see Jorzen come swinging with his mace, and like as he does, at the end you hear him muttering, "That should have done more damage." And then next up, you see Florida goes and approaches with her dagger, and Jorzen is standing right there as well. She stabs into it, and then she yells a sneak attack as she does.
Yells sneak attack.
Yeah, it's her thing. The next up you see Amelie, and she is going to, but I want to make sure I didn't. Sometimes they do. Oh, is this a fake thing? Well. Yeah, I don't. I mean, it's real for this character. Oh no, here.
I call hacks. How dare they? I'm gonna go touch all their
You
plants.
stop that. Don't go to the arboretum. You see Mealy as she cast hurl flame at the scarecrow, and then like you see like it starts off kind of small and it like escalates, and she's like, yes. It's very evident that she dealt more damage than she was expecting to. Tordek goes up. He takes his maul, goes to give a swing. But like it's very clear that he probably is on the same level as Gut Boy that you've heard a lot about, because he seems like he's already intoxicated for the day. He swings and he misses. Next up is Jorzen again. This time he goes, he hits using a spell, and he seems equally disappointed. It looks as though it did the same amount of damage as using his mace. So he's not too happy about that. Florida goes again with the dagger because it worked so well the first time. Goes to stab into it, but kind of gets caught on it, so it really doesn't get the dummy. It just like gets like right into the shirt that's on the scarecrow dummy, and she did a sneak attack. Yells, miss! But as she does, Mealy uses Portent to change the outcome of that roll. She does end up hitting, and then it's Mealy again. Hurl Flame worked so well, so she does it again. This time it really ignites the scarecrow. And last, but certainly not least, we have Tordek, who goes up, swings with his maw, and so Rab and Tordek were almost on the same page, but you were not in the end. And your total point score was 46, and because of that fire damage, they were 51. So the Iconics begin kind of clapping and cheering. Jorzen tries to do, like the nice sportsman ship thing, goes and reaches to like shake your guys' hand and thank you for trying, I guess.
This motherfucker.
This fucking guy.
1 point Iconics, 0 points unnamed.
You guys should be the chosen ones.
That's pretty
It's
good.
there.
Told you, Ricky, -1%.
Negative
We're already losing.
Well, that was
Oh.
fun. I mean, not most groups don't come in and jump right into doing a drill, but you guys did. You guys did great. Isadora is trying to soften the blow of your losing drill practice.
You don't have to patronize us. It's fine. We're adults. We can handle failure. Sometimes.
Oh, never.
Rab goes and unhinges his axe out of the ground where it landed.
Yeah, next time can you look before you throw? That was a really close call.
He's like, you want me to aim better?
I'd rather you not aim for me. Use.
What is next on the
Yes.
Sure.
We do need to continue. We're just gonna, quickly take a look at the rest of the area. And so she does go through, she points out where the guards stay, and she goes, this area is strictly off limits. You don't want to be anywhere near their bunkhouse. It's super important that we're giving them the respect that they need, because they are protecting us from any potential threats or anything, so that you all can focus on your academics and they will focus on the rest. So we we're not allowed here at their bunkhouse. Everybody understood? You do need
Mhm.
confirmation that you know that you cannot come here. This is really important. I have to sign and say that you all acknowledge knowing you're not allowed here.
I have these papers before for work. Yes, I know I'm not allowed to steal all the money in the vault. Thank you.
Okay, good. I appreciate that. Thank you all for. I know it seems silly and like everybody should just follow the rules, but everybody doesn't. So that's why the rules exist, I guess. All right. Well, next up we are going to. Well, just beyond here is what we call the pit. And she leads you behind the bunkhouse. And there is like a gladiator style pit behind here. As you go, you kind of feel a like unease in the pit of your stomach. You also feel as though like a chill has happened near. It's almost like the temperature has dropped suddenly. And she like points it out, says this is where you'll do some of your tests and things, and like moves. She doesn't really linger.
Oh man, this place would be great for a courage test at night. It's so scary. It's so haunted.
Oh, I wouldn't recommend that, but the next places that I'm going to take you, it is definitely the best. And so first up, she takes the group, moving right along, to the zoo, which is like all of these various. Yeah, I don't know why I'm trying to ping. That was stupid. But
Right
like
here.
all these little plots,
Here.
that is the zoo. And as you all go to the zoo, gosh.
Surprised this is an academy. They didn't use the $5 word instead. They just called it a zoo.
What's the
They couldn't
$5
have called
word?
a menagerie.
Yeah, DM can't say that word. So even if that's what it had said, I would have definitely came up with something else.
Google Thesaurus.
Now you gotta tell us,
Simple
was that what the
words.
word in the book?
No, the word in the book is definitely zoo. Can show pictures. Okay. As you all come into the zoo, you do notice this red-haired dwarven man. He's super friendly. He is currently going around feeding, checking at the different animals, and as he sees you all approaching, he gives like a jolly welcome. Ugh, I'm so glad that we have new students here. All these animals I have either caught or I have bred them myself. I actually am the one who well, I don't like to toot my own horn, but I'm the one who created owlbears. And I thought, what happens if we take an owl and a bear and we have them mate? Well, owlbears are what happened.
This guy he's like shiny hunting. He's breeding all these animals.
Can I
No.
insight him?
Yeah, you can insight him.
Oh shit, I actually took my token. No. Oh. Where's that one coming from? Oh
Yeah, you have the
yeah, the stone of
thing.
good luck.
You are not you're not too certain on this. Like, he seems like the way that he kind of poises himself, you like above game you totally know he's fucking lying, but your character is like 50-50.
He's charming enough. I believe him.
You know, we have quite a few different creatures here, and sometimes we have more coming in. You all will learn, different techniques of taking care of them and or how to best utilize them on adventures and things. Definitely more to come from here.
For the owlbear, which one was the man?
I've tried it both ways.
He Rab leans over to Scrap and goes, I think the dwarf sleeps with the animals.
Scrap just kind of makes a face at Rab and then at the dwarf.
May not want to stay here long, friend.
Noted. I'll be sure not to be around here after hours.
Anything else you all would like to inquire about at the zoo?
Do they have any chickens?
They do not have any chicken.
Oh, this zoo sucks.
You're gonna ask what they have because he would love to tell you everything he has.
No, because after that owlbear comment, I don't think I want to know anything more about this guy.
All right. Isadora looks and goes, well, we walked around, we took a look. You can tell she's kind of fidgety, so she feels as though she's fallen behind on schedule, and she goes, shall we stop by the Arboretum next?
Yes, I would love that.
So she leads you right over to it. You see that there's plenty of different herbs and plants. There's even some fungi that can be found. You see that as you're going, she goes, a lot of students who are wanting to focus on being druids or rangers, they tend to come here and study. They also really enjoy talking with gosh, I hate when they put names into places. With Thilga. She is the druid that takes over and watches over everything here in the Arboretum. And she kind of looks around. So you all are walking through the whole thing. So she kind of takes a look around. She goes, she must be deeper within the Arboretum, but she has a wealth of knowledge that she loves to share with students.
Mm.
The last stop of our location and where I will leave you all is the dormitory. Are you all excited? Your stuff should have been moved from the front and be here waiting so that you all can get settled in right away. You have about an hour or so, and then you will. Well, actually, you have right on an hour that you can leave your dormitory and get to the banquet hall in time to be present for Headmaster Vance's welcome speech for first year. And your classes do start tomorrow. I don't know. I will check in with you all at the banquet hall, of course, and then before you all leave for the evening. But your classes will start first thing in the morning, right at 7 a.m. So do make sure you get plenty of rest and you have everything that you need. It'll be a pretty busy day. And you have this first week where it's you all, because your term is a 10-day longer than everybody else's. But then after the first 10-day, the year 2s and the rest of the year 3s will arrive as well. They have a shorter semester. All right, well, here we are. Here is your dorm room. I know it is super exciting. Check it out. See what you think. I believe the group that is staying right next door to you and they share a common room with you is they're actually from our our exchange program that we had. We thought this would be a really good group to mix them into. They are a group of four kobolds. They're super friendly. I'm sure it's gonna be great. We've never really had quite the variety that we have of students coming this year. It's gonna be so awesome seeing everyone get along and learn from each other. I just can't wait. I even heard that one of the students in one of the other groups, because they were actually short a student, he asked if his family could pay to enroll his butler. So that's pretty exciting too. Well,
You can do that?
well, they did. I mean, it's interesting. We'll go with that. It's a little bit interesting. Well, anyway, so I should be going. I need to get cleaned up and everything before dinner. I need to get settled in. But you guys are here, and remember, we took the staircase on the west, and then we went all the way down to the east, and then we took the staircase on the south, and then there were those 3 doors that we went through, and we had about 4 more flights, and then you were up here. My room is down in the lower level. On the main level, they keep the year 3s. In case anything were to happen, we'd be able to get out and help the guards in any way sooner, and you all are up here at the top of the tower. But soon, you will work your way down to being on the main level like me. These 3 years are just going to fly by. I am sure of it.
Woo!
You all love college orientation?
Hell yeah.
And those suckers wouldn't pick me to be an orientation leader. I'm like good at it.
You were born for it.
Yes. RA of the year right here.
Hell yeah.
All right. As you all settle in for the evening, anything? Well, not. I guess that was wrong. As you all have your hour, before going to the banquet hall for presumably dinner, and because it is dinner time at this point, dinner and the headmaster Vance's welcome speech. What would people be doing? And it can be as simple as unpacking or doing nothing.
I know Scrap would be unpacking and like meticulously like organizing all of his things into his new like locker or foot locker, whatever the hell it would be that they'd give him. But yeah, he's like meticulously like reorganizing everything so everything fits in a certain spot in a certain way.
Yeah, so here, just so you all can see my fun map, you are the green room, and look, we can see pink. You guys are in this room.
Green team rules.
Yeah.
We're just gonna have to ignore the lizard. There's a crocodile rug on the floor.
Great. I
There's
did
a
not
hell
make
of
the
a
map. I did not make the map.
I'm dorm leader. That's insensitive. How dare you?
Probably. What can I say? I'm a born asshole. You all know the kind of D I am. Yeah. So everybody works on getting settled. Would you all go to the headmaster as a group, the banquet hall as a group, or separate? What do you think?
Probably with him as a group.
Yeah, I'll walk down there.
Yeah, just because I'd probably get lost.
Fillmore's not here to show us around, so yeah, sticking with these guys.
Oh, you didn't even like look for him as you all were walking around the campus. Cool. Awesome. There are questions I have. All right. Well, I think we're at a good stopping point. Anything that in the immediate future your group decides going to the banquet hall that anyone would want to address or take care of?
Hmm.
Nope.
No, not that I can think of.
Mm-mm.
Sounds good. All right. If you're watching the stream, thank you for tuning in. I know it's been a while since I've streamed. Thank you all who are playing with me. I know this group was supposed to get started way sooner than June. Thank you for being patient and sticking around. Hopefully you had fun tonight. We are playing bi-weekly since I was pretty sick and I'm working on getting better. So my games are all going to be bi-weekly throughout the summer, and then maybe we'll change as we go into the fall. But thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you not next week, but the following one. All right, see y'all. Bye, stream.
Bye.
See ya.
Y'all take care.